Hello guys, have you ever experienced this? You have a fantastic cordless screwdriver and starts getting slow, and then you have plenty of smoke coming out the end. Means something is shortcutted in there. I'll show you how to fix that without having to buy a completely new cordless screwdriver. Since these batteries will last quite some time, I actually went to the store and checked if they had new machines, but of course they changed the standard of the batteries. You can't just buy a new cordless screwdriver, you have to buy a whole new thing with new batteries, and I don't like that. Then you will have to unscrew the 7 screws on the right side of the machine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'll get back to you when that's done. Using a small Torx screwdriver. Here we go. That's it. Oh, I forgot one. There's one more down here. It's a bit typical. The last one is quite far in there, so I need a special screwdriver, smaller or thinner one, to reach all the way in there. So you know before you start this project. As you can see, all the screws have the same size. You don't have to worry about mixing them up. Next step is to take this apart. You just lift this side off from the machine. Be kind of careful so you don't drop small pieces. You have a little glass piece up here. Well, you can see it's kind of dirty in here as well, so that's what it looks like. And the thing you need to change is the motor. And do not buy a new machine for $250 or 2,500 Swedish kroner. You can buy these on Amazon or AliExpress for $35 or 350 or 400 Swedish kroner. Next, we carefully have to remove these little parts here. We'll try to remember where they sat in order to remove this thing. Haven't done this before, so I'm being very careful now. Figure out where all the electrical cords lead. That's it. I guess you can separate these two from each other somehow. I'll get back to you when I figure it out. What you have to do is you have to turn this counterclockwise and separate it like that. That's what it looks like. Cogs in there. And this is the motor, where I guess you have to unscrew these 2 screws with the same screwdriver I used for the other stuff. And there, that's what it looks like. And Houston, we have a problem. I bought this from AliExpress, and it's supposed to be for the PSR 14.4 Li2 Bosch machine, but seems that the number of teeth, I think this one has 13 and the other one has 12, but the diameter of the cogs is a little bit smaller, maybe 0.5 millimeter or so on this one. But I'll try to install this and see what happens, because it says it's for this machine. So we'll see how it goes. Let's cut these off as close to the thing as possible. There. Perfect. A little dirt in there. All right, I have to clean this up. I'll get back to you when it's done. Now I will try to solder these things on. There. And the other side, I'll get back to you when it's done. Before putting everything back together, I'll clean this thing up with a brush or something. Okay, next step, put this thing back together. Hopefully the holes will match with the screws. Seems like they do. Perfect. And then we'll have to put these things, two things back together. Remember, this was on top of the machine. So when you put it back in, you know that this one has to be on top like that. Okay. There. There we go. Squeeze these cables back in place. We have to put this one back. See if we can do that. Wow. I need to take it out again to fit this thing. There we go. I think that's it. I have to put this back together. Hopefully it will work. When you put it back together, make sure these buttons work. Same with these things. Seems to work. Squeeze it together and then put all the screws back in, I guess. I'll get back to you when it's done and we can try it out. Okay, we've come to the point where I'll have to put the battery in and see whether it works or not. It might be a complete failure since the motor has 13 teeth instead of 12, but we'll see. Complete failure. But I'll have to get a new motor with 12 teeth or try to move this one over to the new motor. Otherwise, that's how you do it. After a bit of waiting, I finally received the new motor. It's a bit smaller than the original one, but the diameter and the teeth seems to be correct. 12 on this one as the original one. I'll try to put this in the machine and see how it goes. So the red one goes into the red one and the black goes in the black. And the red one is connected to the red dot you see right here. Otherwise it will turn in the wrong direction. It will still work, but the red one goes with this one. I'll solder this together. So we've come to the moment of truth. Let's try the battery again. Perfect, seems to work. Well, that works. Perfect. So my favorite screwdriver is good to go for another couple of years at the cost of maybe 20 bucks. So good luck out there. Keep on fixing stuff instead of buying new. It's stupid.